What is going on, guys? So, today I want to talk about why I decided to quit marijuana after being addicted for over about 7 years, maybe 6 years, I'm going to say. And I'm going to explain why I ended up quitting marijuana forever. And honestly, not forever. I might start smoking again in a few years once I develop my career and whatever. But I did quit for the time being, and it's already been almost a year since I've last smoked marijuana, and I'm gonna explain why I did it, and I'm also gonna tell you guys how I feel now that I'm sober of marijuana, and why I feel a lot more clear-headed, a lot more focused, a lot more happier, and more present in the moment. And I'm also going to talk about how I felt during the times when I was smoking marijuana on a daily basis, and why I felt really bad, and it was kind of affecting other areas of my life, such as my career, my dating life, and whatever. Now, okay, so I started smoking when I was 21. I started smoking on and off for the first year from 21 to 22. And then, I I would smoke like maybe once a week. I started slow. I would smoke marijuana, and I just kind of felt the dopamine that's associated with it, and I just felt really happy and high when I was getting that rush of feeling high, and everything was slowing down around me. Food started tasting better, music started sounding better all of a sudden, and all of a sudden it's like all of my problems faded away, and I felt happy, and my anxiety was completely gone. And see, that's the problem. That was the problem that I didn't really see at the time. The problem is that I thought that my problems were no longer there and they don't exist. And I thought that marijuana was actually making me feel happy. But in reality, all it does is just spikes your dopamine to where things that you do when you're sober just kind of feel better when you're doing them high. That's basically all it is. And I didn't really understand, or I wasn't really aware that that's what was happening at the time. And so I got addicted to that feeling, right? You get addicted to the feeling of just smoking and being high all the time and whatever, especially like after a long day. Maybe you just did a 12-hour shift. You want to go home, light up a joint and whatever, and get some snacks, get some food, listen to music and whatever, maybe watch a movie. I understand, man. I've been through it all. Okay. But the reason I stopped doing this is because of the following reasons. What I found was that it was kind of slowing me down in a lot of ways. It was slowing me down career wise. It was slowing down my potential to earn money and income and develop in my careers. And that's when I was starting to, slack off and be slower in my job at the time. I was just always late and whatever, and I was just not performing the best. Honestly, I'm not gonna lie. I wasn't performing as best as good as I was before smoking weed, because I was smoking on and off. During the times when I was sober, I would perform a lot better. And you see, what was also happening was I lost the control over my senses. The more I smoked, what I found was that I lost the control over my facial expressions, my vocal tonality, my charisma was out the window. Like, I didn't have as much charisma that I have when I'm sober, and people can tell that I was just a little bit more awkward, a little bit more uncalibrated socially. At least for me, I don't know if it affects different people differently, but the way it affected me was like that. I was just, the way I would speak was kind of weird, and my even vocal tone and all that kind of stuff really changed. And I found that I wasn't able to connect with people as good as I do when I'm sober. And not only that, it is very expensive. So I was spending a lot of money on marijuana when I could have invested it into a business, invested it into whatever it is that I want to do. Maybe even go on fun adventures or whatever, or do something exciting. Instead of spending all that money on marijuana, I could have been doing that. Okay. And now I've been sober for the past year, and I've never felt more relaxed. I've never felt more present or in the moments in my life than I do now. And I plan to stay like this for a very long time until I decide otherwise. But for the time being, I want to be sober for at least another 2 or 3 years, honestly. And I want to really focus on my career, focus on things that matter, and put the marijuana on hold because you can always come back to it and smoke whenever I want to smoke. Because I live in a state where it's legal, so I'm lucky in that area. And what you gotta realize is, man, when you smoke marijuana, it really slows you down, especially as a man that's focused in building his life, building his career. It really does slow you down in a lot of ways. It slows you down, you know, you just feel like you don't need to pursue your career as hard. You don't need to put in as much effort. You just start slacking off and just doing all these different things, and you just stop having this sense of urgency to just get stuff done. That's what I felt. I didn't have a sense of urgency, and I had like zero care in the world about whether I get the stuff that I need to get done every single day or whether I don't get them done. I just didn't really care. And that is a very big problem, man, because if you want to get anywhere in life, then you got to have a delusional level of sense of urgency and consistency and hard work and hard work that you're putting into whatever it is that you want to do. Okay. And now I've been sober from marijuana as well as alcohol for the past year, maybe 14 months now. And I just feel very happy and I feel just relaxed on the inside and just peaceful. And I feel kind of like focused in a way that I've never felt before. Really, it's really interesting to feel this way. You see, you almost forget how it feels because you're used to putting all these toxins into your body, and you just you get adapted to it. You get used to it, but it is very bad, man. I don't recommend that anybody should be smoking weed. The only exception is if you already have your life in order and you have stable income, you have stability in your life. That's the only time I can see that it's not a problem. But otherwise, I really want you to think twice whether you want to continue smoking or start smoking, because it's not necessarily a good thing to do, man. And I really, really want to advise you to consider quitting it, okay? And it's gonna be hard, it's not gonna be easy, but it is well worth it, and it's gonna probably give you more return on investments, and you're gonna start having your peace back. You're gonna have your focus, your discipline is gonna come back slowly, and you're gonna start executing on your projects, on your goals, and move the needle forward to improve your life, improve your career, improve your lifestyle, and improve your financial situation. Okay, so that's the part of the reason why I quit it, because I want to have more focus and more discipline right now. And now is not the time for me to be sitting here and smoking. And I'm aware of that. Okay, I just came to terms with that and I understood it and I accepted it. That now is not the time. Okay, everything has a time, and now is not the time for me to be doing all that. Okay, and it's not a problem, because I can still have fun without being high. I can still listen to music. It'll still sound good, but probably not as good. But music's gonna sound good. Food is gonna taste the same to me because I'm not really eating food that necessarily tastes good right now because of my fitness journey. So all I eat is I already eat clean. I eat maybe like steaks, salmon, fruits, vegetables, and smoothies and eggs and that kind of stuff. I don't really eat anything that necessarily tastes good. You know what I'm saying? So I can care less. Okay, I couldn't care less. But this is why I quit, man. I suggest that everybody should quit, especially if you don't have your life in order. If you don't have your ducks in order, then you should definitely quit at least for 1 year and see how you feel, man. See how you feel after that 1 year. If you feel better, then stay sober. If you feel worse, then you can go back to smoking, man. I don't know what to tell you, man, but that's pretty much it, really. And it is one of the best decisions that I've made, honestly, I can say. And I'm proud of myself for not giving back in and going back to smoking, going back to drinking and all that kind of stuff. I'm proud of myself. It's something to be proud of because it does take strength and it does take discipline to do this, man. Especially since I was smoking almost every single day for years. I was smoking every single day, man, and then I quit. And I would drink wine once a week, twice a week, and drink alcohol and whatever. I just stopped it completely. I'd have never felt better. I never felt more focused and more driven and motivated to accomplish things. So if you feel like you're lost and you feel behind in life, then I suggest this is probably one of the best things you can do that will help in that area, and it will make you feel more focused and more present in the moments and more in a flow state of being so that you can start creating things. Okay? Subscribe, like. I'll see you guys in the next video.